What is the worst Mario game out there? Whether you're a fan like me or not, it's a pretty tough question to answer. Regardless if it's the main game or a spin-off, the Mario franchise for the most part has released pretty solid games. At best, people will probably have a least favorite Mario game. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, as people tend to like other Mario games over another. But for me, I think there's one Mario game in particular that isn't very good. Dare I even say that it's the worst Mario game that I've ever played, which happens to be the Mario Kart game that started it all, 1992's Super Mario Kart.
Mario, 危ない。亀の甲羅に気をつけろ。あら、とっとっとっとっとっと。うわ、ご苦労さん。こりゃまたすごい。デッドヒートと思ったな。
Like I said before, for the most part, Mario has released a lot of great games over the years, old and new. I find it pretty fascinating that a lot of the older Mario games seems to hold up pretty well, and are still fun to play. Somehow, Super Mario Kart isn't one of them. If you love this game, more power to you. But for me, I absolutely hate everything about it. From revolting graphics, slippery controls, unfair advantages, annoying AIs, and so on, makes this game not worth playing. Again, lots of the older Mario games still look great and hold up pretty well, for its time anyway. But I can't say the same thing for this game. This game tries to go the extra mile of making it as close to 3D as possible, compared to the other racing games that were coming out at the time. But with these 16-bit graphics, it doesn't clash too well with it. Not to mention seeing everything move around at a fast pace, making it all an eyesore to look at. For a game that's trying to replicate something close to 3D, the controls just don't work here. This is an older game, so you're only able to use the D-pads instead of an analog stick. I find myself trying my best to turn, only to either hit a wall or slide my way into the dirt, leading me to most likely lose my place. The best way I try to turn is by not accelerating. That way my turns can be more precise and I won't have to worry about sliding everywhere. But it's not a guarantee to help me most of the time, as it gives the AIs time to catch up. They're turning just fine, so what is it that I am doing wrong?
よし、ぺったん。残念でした。こんな時はバナナの皮よ。そんなバナナ。あとはゲームで会いましょう。スーパーファミコンソフトマリオカート。このレーサーたちはとんでもない。
Last thing I want to mention why I don't like this game is the annoying AIs and how many unfair advantages they have. In most of the Mario Kart games, usually everyone gets the same item depending on what place you're in. But in this game, the AIs have special items that allow them to catch up to you. If you want to catch up, you better pray that you have a lightning bolt, as it is very rare to obtain, or just play Mario and Luigi to hopefully attain the Starman. Otherwise, you'll only be able to use the common items that you're used to seeing, which is pretty unfair in my opinion. With all that being said, this is why I think Super Mario Kart is the worst Mario game of them all. When it comes to revisiting the old Mario games, this is the one that I tend to skip as it ages the least. It's not as fun or at least tolerable to play, which tends me to go and find another alternative that seems more worthwhile.